Think about the last time you watched a mystery movie. You sat there, playing detective, putting clues together, waiting for the protagonist to finally catch up to what you already figured out. But in 2000, Christopher Nolan released a movie that didn't let you play detective. Instead, it trapped you inside the broken mind of one. When you watch Memento, you aren't just an observer looking at a man named Leonard who loses his memory every 10 minutes. Nolan uses a brutal, brilliant structuring trick that actively robs you of your short-term memory too. Every time a new scene starts, you have no idea how you got there, who the person standing in front of you is, or if they can be trusted. You are just as lost, paranoid, and desperate as Leonard. It's a masterclass in subjective filmmaking, where the editing software becomes a weapon used to manipulate your psychology. Let's break down exactly how Nolan pulls off the ultimate cinematic mind game. To understand why Memento feels so deeply unsettling, we have to look at its timeline. On a first watch, it feels like complete chaos, but the genius lies in its strict, mathematical precision. The movie is told using two alternating timelines. One moves forward in black and white, while the other moves backward in color. Every color scene ends exactly where the previous color scene began. Why do this? Because it completely strips away your sense of cause and effect. In a normal movie, you see an action, and then you see the consequence. In Memento, Nolan shows you the consequence first, leaving you entirely blind to the motive. When Natalie screams at Leonard, you feel her pain. But when the timeline moves backward and reveals why she's screaming, you realize you were completely manipulated. By reversing the chronology, Nolan forces us to live strictly in the present moment. We cannot lean on past context, because we don't have any. It's an exhausting, brilliant way to make a viewer feel entirely helpless. We naturally want to root for Leonard. He wears a nice suit, he looks determined, and he's searching for justice for his wife. Because we share his exact lack of information, we immediately trust his perspective. We read his tattoos and his Polaroid notes as objective facts. But this is where Nolan delivers his most brilliant, devastating critique of human nature. Memento isn't actually a movie about a man with memory loss. It's a movie about how all of us lie to ourselves to survive. Leonard doesn't just forget things, he actively chooses what to remember. He curates his own reality by destroying evidence that doesn't fit his narrative. The tragedy of the film isn't that Leonard can't find the truth, it's that he has already found it, didn't like it, and chose to erase it so he could keep playing the hero. Nolan forces us to look in the mirror. He shows us that memory isn't a recording device. It's just a story we tell ourselves to justify the things we've already decided to do. Most directors use camera angles or lighting to show you what a character is feeling. Christopher Nolan used the very fabric of time. By the time the two timelines finally crash into each other at the end of the film, you don't feel a sense of triumph. You feel a profound sense of dread. Memento remains a masterpiece 26 years after its release because it treats the audience with absolute respect. It doesn't spoon-feed you answers, and it doesn't offer a clean, happy ending. It leaves you stranded in Leonard's endless loop of self-deception. It's a film that demands to be watched twice, because the moment you know the ending, the entire puzzle changes shape. Nolan proved that cinema doesn't just have to show you a story, it can make you live it, breathe it, and suffer through it. And that is why Memento isn't just clever storytelling, it is a perfect blueprint for how cinema should be.